लेके चालू करी ज्वाइन कर
बात करो तो
हेलो
खंडो તમારો
आर्यन सर
यस सर
हेलो
हाँ बोलो
रितेन सर
हाँ सर
હા અરે બીજી બે છોકરીઓ જોઈન થવાની છે મુસ્કાન મુલતાની અને યુસરા
હા
હા એ લોકોને જોઈન કરાવી દે
હા એટલે નંબર આપ્યો છે ને તમે
ના એ નંબર રહી ગયો છે ખાલી નામથી હશે જોઈ લેજો
હા ઓકે
કાલથી આપી દઈશ કર દે હું આખા ગામ લઈને પેલી બે છોકરીને પૂછી લેવું છે ફોન કરીને પૂછી લો એ ના હોય કોઈ દિવસ પૂછી લેવું છે લે અહીંયા આવી ગઈ નહીં જોઈ લઈએ
સર્ચ અહીંયા આગળ આલ્ફાબેટિકલ માં દેખાશે
નહીં દેખાતું
મેસેજ कर दो
ના પેલા મને નહીં
कॉपी वर
WhatsApp calendar हाँ।
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158
એ છે બીજી છે.
હા મુસ્કાન આલે
હમ?
હા અલગ છે
મેં લખી દી પેલા.
આ લિંક કરવાનું છે
લે ચલો આપણે જોઈન કર. મીટિંગ છે.
यस सर.
હેલો
हाँ सर.
મીટિંગ છે.
हाँ सर बोलो.
ખબર નહીં આવતી. હેલો
हेलो.
શું કરે?
डन सर.
1 મિનિટ. હા હેલો.
हाँ सर.
હા અવાજ આવ્યો ને બરાબર?
हाँ हाँ
ઓકે પેલા જોઈન થયા જોઈ લેજો પેલા બે જણા.
થઈ ગયા.
ઓકે એક્સેપ્ટ કરી લીધા ને બંને?
हाँ
ઓકે હવે અહીં જરા એડજસ્ટ કરું છું જોઈ લો.
ओके.
બરાબર છે બોલજો.
થોડુંક ઝૂમ આઉટ.
ઝૂમ આઉટ કે ઇન?
એટલે એક્ઝેક્ટ બોર્ડર પર હતું. ડન
હવે
ચાલશે.
જો એક જ મિનિટ. જો તો
સ્લાઇડ રાઈટ લેફ્ટ સાઈડ.
લેફ્ટ સાઈડ હવે
હા ડન.
ઓકે
Done.
ઓકે સો shall we start now?
ઓકે સર.
Okay. Good afternoon students. Now today we are going to start unit 10, that is chapter number 10, R bond X and AR bond X. R bond X is called compound. They are used clinically. They are clinically useful. One more compound clinically useful. Till nowadays we were taking chloroform. It was used as anesthetic during surgery, right? So naturally occurring organic compounds, they are clinically useful. They are used as number one. They are used for solvent for relatively non-polar compounds. Those compounds which are non-polar, for that non-polar compounds you can use them, halogenated compound as a solvent. Second, as a starting material for the preparation of various organic compounds, which you have studied in 10th. From methane, by substituting hydrogen by chlorine, you can prepare methyl chloride. Again, if you remove hydrogen and substitute again chlorine, you can prepare dimethyl chloride. All that type of reactions we are going to see in this chapter, right? So it is used as a starting material for the preparation of organic compound, various organic compound. Third, antibiotic. An important antibiotic is chloramphenicol. So this they can ask you in MCQ. You have to remember this drug, chloramphenicol. It is produced by the microorganism and is effective in the treatment of typhoid. This chloramphenicol, again it is containing chlorine, right? So it is also used in the treatment of typhoid. So that you can remember in, if they ask you in the MCQ. Our body produces iodine containing hormone, you all know thyroxine, whose deficiency may cause goiter, right? Next, this was about naturally occurring. Now synthetic halogen. Right now I told you hydroxychloroquine. In short, we can write chloroquine. Both the names are written. In that case, hydroxy group is their OH group. So chloroquine is used in the treatment of malaria. And nowadays you are seeing in the news that malaria, the drug which is used in the treatment of malaria, the different countries are asking from our Prime Minister to release that, and they have released because it is useful in the treatment of corona. Then halothane, or you can write haloethane. In your textbook it is written halothane. So you might think, what is thane? Like methane, ethane. This halothane, it is used as anesthetic during surgery. Till now we were using chloroform, right? Then we have started using diethyl ether. But you might have seen in the movies that chloroform is used for kidnapping also, right? I will write the formula of chlorothane. It is C2H-BrCl-F3. So it is actually ethane, 2 carbons are there. With 1 carbon, hydrogen, bromine and chlorine is attached. With another carbon, 3 fluorines are attached. So that is your chlorothane. That chlorothane is used as anesthetic during surgery. Suppose you want to cut any part of the body. Yeah, you want to operate any part of the body. Then that part of the body is made unconscious, right? So to make that body part unconscious, we are using anesthesia. So nowadays we are using halothane also, and you can see mostly it contains halogen, right? Then fully fluorinated compound, it is PFC, perfluorochemicals. In short, it is called perfluorochemicals. You don't have to remember, it is not given in your book, but it is given fully fluorinated compound. I have given you the example. Example is PFC. They are used as potential blood substitute in surgery because they are acting as a blood. Suppose you want artificial blood, if the blood is not available naturally, then you can use this fully fluorinated compound, perfluorochemicals, right? When surgery is being carried out in the eyes, then also they are using SF6. See, it is fully fluorinated compound. So all these are the uses of naturally occurring halogen as well as synthetic halogens.
Done, sir.
Okay. So this was only the introduction part. From this they can ask you the MCQs so that you have to remember. You can remember this one. Thyroxine, you know, right? Then halothane you have to remember. It is used as anesthetic during surgery, right? So all these questions can be asked in MCQ. So now we'll go in detail. Now, alkyl halide and aryl halide. Till now we have done about the halogenation compounds, naturally occurring and synthetic, where they are used. Now, in detail, we will study about alkyl halide and aryl halide. First of all, you should know the meaning of alkyl. Alkane minus hydrogen is called alkyl. Already we have studied in 11th, but if you don't know, I can write it again. For example, methane. From methane, if you remove one hydrogen, this is minus, then you will get CH3 group. And this group is called methyl group. So if you have not studied organic chemistry and if you don't know organic chemistry in detail, I'll take all the topics in detail, don't worry. Right? Another example is this is methane. So alkane minus hydrogen is called alkyl. So methane minus hydrogen is called methyl. Another example I'll take C2H6, ethane. Ethane minus hydrogen. Can I write it is C2H5 bond because one hydrogen is lost. So this is called ethyl group. Clear? Same way, propane minus hydrogen, propyl, butane minus hydrogen, butyl. So this you have to remember. This is alkyl group, right? And when alkyl group combines with halogen, alkyl plus halogen, it will give you alkyl halide. Right? Now, let us discuss about alkyl halide. Example, CH3Cl, methyl chloride. This is a common name, methyl chloride. If you want to write IUPAC name, you can write IUPAC name, chloromethane. Chloromethane, right? Another example you can take, CH3CH2Cl. Common name is ethyl chloride. Ethyl chloride. But what will be the IUPAC name? Chloroethane. Chloroethane, right? So these are called alkyl halide compounds. Now what is the hybridization of alkyl halide compound? The hybridization of R bond X. You can take either methyl chloride, you can take ethyl chloride. I will take methyl chloride. Can I write methyl chloride like this? CH3Cl. Now, if you want to find out hybridization, again, if you don't know the hybridization, for organic compounds, the hybridization is based on number of sigma bonds. You can see here, this carbon is attached with how many sigma? 1, 2, 3, 4. It is attached with 4 sigma bond. That means you require 4 orbitals of carbon. And 4 valence orbital of carbon is 1 s type and 3 p type. If you don't know the electronic configuration, that I can write it. In excited state, carbon is 6. Electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s1, 2px1, 2py1, 2pz1. Right? So these 4 orbital will undergo hybridization. Hybridization means, you know, mixing of different atomic orbitals of different energy. So these 4 orbitals will undergo hybridization. So 1 s type orbital and 3 p type orbital. So the hybridization is sp3. So alkyl halide, in alkyl halide, the carbon is always sp3 hybridized. So this you have to remember. In alkyl halide, the carbon is always sp3 hybridized. Clear? Now, I'll take second example of aryl halide. This was first alkyl halide. Now aryl halide. The another name of aryl halide is haloarenes. Arene means aromatic benzene ring, right? So you can take an example. Chlorobenzene, right? Chlorobenzene. Now this chlorobenzene can be written like this also. Now, look to this carbon. Is this carbon attached with how many sigma bond? 1, 2, and 3. This is pi bond, right? So as it is attached with 3 sigma bond, you require 3 orbitals for hybridization. So you can use these 3 orbitals of hybridization. One S type and 2 P type. So if you use these 3 orbitals, the hybridization will be sp2. You can use any P, but some students are asking, sir, can we use px, py, pz? Answer is no, because for hybridization, different atomic orbitals will be used, while px, py and pz are same, having same energy, because they are called degenerate orbitals, equal energy orbitals. And in hybridization, we use different energy orbitals. Clear? So the hybridization is sp2. So this carbon is sp2 hybridized. Instead of chlorine, you can take bromine, fluorine, iodine, no problem, right? So this was about introduction part of alkyl halide. That R bond X, alkyl halide, and Ar bond X, aryl halide. Now what is the meaning of alkyl? It is alkane minus hydrogen. I have taken 2 examples. Methane minus hydrogen is called methyl. Ethane minus hydrogen is ethyl. Same way, propane minus hydrogen, propyl, like this, right? So first alkyl plus halogen, it gives alkyl halide. So methyl plus halogen, chlorine, we get methyl chloride. But actually it is not addition. Methyl chloride is obtained by substitution of methane. Same way, ethyl chloride is obtained by substitution of hydrogen from ethane by chlorine. Clear? Now, second part is about hybridization. We should know when we are starting the compound alkyl halide and aryl halide. You should know what should be the hybridization. So the hybridization of carbon in alkyl halide, it is sp3, and hybridization of carbon in aryl halide, it is sp2. How it is sp3 and how it is sp2, I have explained you this. But for organic compound, hybridization is based on number of sigma bond. So that you have to remember.
Capture, sir.
Okay. Now, we'll classify this alkyl halide and aryl halide in detail. Yeah. Battery low bata? No problem. Okay. Now, classification. Of R bond X and Ar bond X. Now listen one more point. Along with classification, I'll take some examples for the classification, and I'll write the IUPAC and common name. So this topic, you can say it is classification of R bond X, Ar bond X, as well as simultaneously nomenclature, because after this the topic is nomenclature, right? So those compounds which we'll write in the classification will not take it again for the nomenclature, right? So classification of R bond X and Ar bond X. First, based on, means classification based on number of halogen atoms. The first classification is based on number of halogen atoms, that how many halogens are present. Let us see now. Based on number of halogen atom, it may be mono if one halogen is present, it may be di if 2 are present, or you can say poly. Poly means tri, tetra, halo. Right? Let us discuss one by one first. Based on number of halogen, I can give you first monohalogen compounds. Now, what are monohalo compounds? You can understand mono means one, halo means one halogen, right? So compounds containing one halogen. compounds containing one halogen. Let us see the examples. CH3CH2Cl. How many halogens are there? Only one halogen is there. So the name is ethyl chloride. This is a common name, right? And I will write IUPAC name, chloroethane. Chloroethane. Another example. Let me take bromine this time. So this is bromobenzene. But if you want to write common name, phenyl bromide. Phenyl bromide, yeah, bromo benzene, right? This you can write it. So this compounds you can see they contains only one halogen. Second is dihalo compounds. Now what are dihalo compounds? Compounds containing two halogens. Compounds containing two halogens, right? Let me take an example. In case of aliphatic, this one, I can take this example, CH3 CHCl2. See, there are two chlorine in this compound. And another example I will take, CH3. This also you have studied in 11. So this is also 2 carbon single bond ethane, 2 carbon single bond ethane. Both are ethane. But here 2 chlorines are present on the same carbon. So it is called gem dichloride. Yeah, dihalide. Detailed IUPAC nomenclature we will study. And this is called vicinal dihalide. Yeah, dichloride. So these two examples you have studied in 11 during the preparation, right? Vicinal means halogen, 2 halogens on the adjacent carbon. Geminal means 2 halogen on the same carbon. It may be on this carbon or this carbon. But when 2 halogens are on the same carbon, it is called geminal dihalide. When 2 halogens are on different, yeah, adjacent carbon, it is called vicinal dihalide. So this is the example of dihalogen. Same way you can take from aromatic part. This we have studied in 11th, that if you have 2 halogen on the benzene ring, then there are 3 possibilities. One is this. Second one is this. And third possibility is this one, right? You know, if 2 halogens are on the adjacent carbon, yeah, neighboring carbon, not adjacent, neighboring carbon, then it is called ortho dibromobenzene. This one alternate, it is meta dibromobenzene. And this is para dibromobenzene. These are the common names. You can write IUPAC name also. It is 1,2 dibromobenzene. See, you can give the number. Here it will be 1, 2, 3. So bromine is at first and third. So here the IUPAC name is 1,3 dibromobenzene. And here you can see bromine is at 1, 2, 3 and 4. First and fourth. So here the IUPAC name will be 1,4 dibromobenzene. You can go like this, you can go like this. It will be 1, 2, 3, 4 only. So these are monohalogen compounds and these are the examples of dihalogen compound. Then we'll go further for poly.
Done, sir.
Now, polyhalogen compounds. In polyhalogen compound, I told you poly, tri, tetra, right? First, we'll take here trihalo alkane. Here trihalogen compound. Compound containing 3 halogen, right? Trihalo compounds. I'll write in general, trihalo compounds. Compounds containing three halogens. Three halo atoms, yeah, 3 halogen atoms. Clear? Trihalo. Example you can take CH2, CH, CH2. Here you can take bromine, bromine, bromine. You can take any halogen, right? Now, this will be propyl tribromide, or you can say IUPAC. Bromine is at first carbon, second carbon, third carbon. So the IUPAC name will be 1, 2, 3 tribromo, because bromo is a prefix, so it is written in front. Propane, 3 carbon prop and single bond in. So this is the example. 1, 2, 3 tribromopropane. Same way you can take for aliphatic aromatic. You can take bromine here, you can take bromine here, you can take bromine here. Or you can take a different position. Here the name will be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 tribromobenzene. Clear? You can take another example also. One comma. So this time you can give number from here 1, 2, not 3 and 4. So 1, 2, 4 trichloro benzene, right? You may ask that, sir, why we are not giving number from here 1, 2, 3. So after 1 the number is given third, and you know the lowest set of locant you have studied in 11th. This locant should be at the lowest set, the 1 plus 2 plus 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you go like this 1 plus 3 plus 5, it will be higher set of locant. So lowest set of locant is to be considered, right?
Done, sir.
So this was first classification based on number of halogen atoms. Now, second, classification of monohalo compounds. See, under the same heading, we are studying the classification of monohalo compounds this time, based on hybridization. Based on hybridization. So this is another important topic. That's why you need to know the concept of hybridization. Right? So now we'll classify this mono-halo compound based on hybridization. Now these mono-halo compounds I can write they are of three types. First is alkyl halide. That is R bond X. And you know R bond X is sp3 hybridized, right? So here mono-halo compounds based on sp3 hybridized carbon. sp3 hybridized carbon. This is our heading. In second, this is the first heading. Here you can say A. Classification of mono-halo compounds based on sp3 hybridized carbon. So based on sp3 hybridized carbon, the first is alkyl halide. You can take three examples. They are of three types. CH3, CH2Cl. Now you can see here, this is sp3 hybridized carbon because all are single bond, and single bond is sp3 hybridized carbon, right? So chloro, ethane, but it is 1 degree. Why 1 degree? If you don't know classification of alkyl halide, halogen attached to carbon, if that carbon is attached with one other carbon atom directly, then it is called 1 degree alkyl halide, right? Second is CH3, CH3, this time here chlorine, right? You can see here, this is 2 degree carbon. How you can say it is 2 degree carbon? Carbon on which halogen is attached, if it is attached with two other carbon atom directly, then it is called 2 degree as secondary. So the name will be here secondary propyl, right? 3 carbon propyl and chloride. As well as you can write IUPAC name 1, 2, 3. Second, 2 chloro, 3 carbon propane. If you don't know the nomenclature, 3 carbons are propyl, 1 H is lost. Propane minus hydrogen is called propyl and chloride. But your chlorine is at carbon attached with two other carbon atom directly. It is called secondary. So secondary propyl chloride. You can write isopropyl chloride also, right? This is 2 degree. And third one is you can see now, this is your tertiary carbon, 3 degree, right? Again, this we have studied in 11th, and if you have forgotten, I can revise it. Carbon on which halogen is attached, if that carbon is attached with 3 other carbon directly, 3 other carbon atom directly, then it is called tertiary carbon. So this is called tertiary butyl chloride. In short, you are writing TERT, tertiary butyl chloride, right? This is 3 degree. And IUPAC name will be, find the longest chain, 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon propane, at second carbon methyl and chlorine. So 2 chloro, 2 methyl. Methyl can be written as Me also, propane. So this was your first classification. Mono-halo compounds classified on the basis of hybridization. In that we have taken first sp3 hybridized. See, all are sp3 hybridized. all contains a single bond. This is also sp3, this is also sp3, because all are single bonds. So alkyl halides are classified into again 3 categories: 1 degree alkyl halide, 2 degree alkyl halide, and 3 degree alkyl halide. Second is based on hybridization, allyl halide. Now what is allyl halide? This group is called allyl. CH2 double bond, CH single bond, CH2 bond. This group is called allyl, right? And if you put here halogen, then it is called allyl halide. So see, this is your carbon containing halogen, and is your halogen attached to carbon, which is sp3. See, 1 bond, 2 bonds and 2 hydrogen, 4 means 4 sigma bond. So it is sp3 because it is a single bond. This is not sp3, it is sp2. But we are not interested in this. We are interested in this one, that halogen is attached to sp3 hybridized carbon and it is monohalogen compound. So this is called allyl halide, right? You can write the example. CH2 double bond, CH single bond, CH2, you can take chlorine, right? And here you can write CH2. So this is called allyl chloride. Yeah. This is sp3 hybridized carbon. And you can write the IUPAC name as allyl, first allyl chloride, and then IUPAC name will be. Now in IUPAC you have to see the reactivity order. The reactivity of order of chlorine is less compared to alkene. So number is given from here, 1, 2, 3. This is not carbon. So what is the name? 3-chloro. 3-chloro, 3-carbon prop. Double bond is at first carbon. So prop 1 in. Or you can write propene. Or you can write 3-chloropropene. Both are correct. So this is second type of alkyl halide having sp3 hybridized carbon, right? On which halogen is attached. The third type is benzylic halide. The third type of halide is benzylic halide, which is also sp3 hybridized. Here also 3 types of examples are there: 1 degree, 2 degree, and 3 degree. This is called 1 degree benzylic halide. This is called 1 degree benzylic halide. Is your halogen attached to sp3 hybridized carbon? But your halogen is attached to carbon, and that carbon is attached with only 1 carbon. So it is called 1 degree. Second is also there. Now this time your halogen is attached with, you can see how many carbon? 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So it is called 2 degree benzylic halide. And third one is this time your halogen is attached with 3 carbon. 1, 2, and this one 3. So as it is attached with, the carbon containing halogen is attached with 1, 2, and 3 carbon. So it is called 3 degree benzylic halide. This is called 2 degree benzylic halide. And this is called 1 degree benzylic halide. So classification of monohalogen compound based on hybridization, it is of 2 types. But first we have done based on sp3 hybridized carbon. 3 types: alkyl halide. Again they are of 3 types: 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree. Second is allyl halide. It is of this type of compound, where if you want to write the definition, what is allyl halide? sp3 hybridized carbon, sp3 hybridized carbon containing halogen attached with C double bond C, right? And third is benzylic halide. Benzylic halide, here again it is sp3 hybridized. All are sp3 hybridized, but they are of three types: 1 degree and 2 degree and 3 degree.
Done, sir.
Okay. But here we have not written aromatic. I can give you one example of aromatic also. You can take a screenshot again, Riten sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Done.
Okay. Now, second type based on hybridization. This time we'll do sp2 hybridize. Now, mono-halo compounds classified on the basis of sp2 hybridization, right? They are of two types. This time it is based on sp2 hybridized carbon. One is vinylic halide. Vinylic halide. Now, what is vinylic halide? Vinyl group, I will tell you. This is vinyl group. CH2 double bond, CH single bond. This is your vinyl. This is vinyl group. If you attach here chlorine, it becomes vinyl chloride. And you have studied about PVC, purely vinyl chloride, if it is repeated n times, right? So you can take an example here. CH2 double bond CH single bond Cl, right? This is vinyl chloride. You can take another example, vinyl bromide. But what will be the IUPAC name? This is common name. IUPAC name will be. Now, if I start from here number, it will be double bond first. But if I start from here, then also it is first. So I can write like this also. 1 chloro ethene. 1 chloroethene. Or if you don't write 1, then also it is correct. Only chloroethene. It is also correct. Clear? Now, another example of vinyl will be, in case of aromatic part, we can take example. You can see this part. Is it sp3 hybridized carbon? Sorry, sp2, 1 sigma, second and third. The fourth one is pi. Here also, this is sp2 hybridized carbon because it is a double bond, right? And how you can see 3 sigma? 1, 2, and 3. 1 is pi. So again, this carbon is attached with 3 sigma bond. So we require 3 orbital for hybridization. 1s, 2p. Here also. Clear? So this was about vinylic halide. Now second is aryl halide, which we have done in the beginning. Aryl halide, or you can say haloarenes, right? Example you can take. This one. Chlorobenzene. Chlorobenzene, right? You can see this carbon. Is this carbon sp2 hybridized? Because it is attached with double bond, right? 1 sigma, second sigma, and third sigma. So whenever it is attached with 3 sigma bond, it is sp2 hybridized. The fourth one is pi bond. And we know pi bond doesn't take part in hybridization, which we have studied in 11. Right? You can take another example. This is also sp2. Bromobenzene. So this was classification of mono-halo compounds based on sp2 hybridized carbon. Based on sp2 hybridized carbon. Based on sp2 hybridized carbon, there are two types. One is vinylic halide. Vinyl is CH2 double bond, CH single bond. Here you are attaching your halogen, and this carbon is sp2. Actually, both are sp2. Right? And here aryl halide. Aryl group is again alternate double and single bond, so it is containing a double bond at each carbon. So it is sp2 hybridized. So this was about your second.
Done, sir.
Done?
Ah.
So here the classification is over. Now we are going to start nomenclature. Nomenclature of alkyl halide and aryl halide both. Right? We are going to discuss two nomenclature. One is common and second is IUPAC. In IUPAC there are some rules that you know, and if you have forgotten I will repeat it again. In common it is written as alkyl halide or aryl halide, that is phenyl. But in IUPAC generally we used to write haloalkane and haloarenes. So we used to write halo, means prefix we are writing, but along with the numbers. So the first rule is give the numbers to the carbon atoms in the longest continuous chain to write the name of the parent compound. Suppose your longest continuous chain contains 4 carbon, then it is butane. If it contains 5 carbon, pentane, 3 carbon, propane, right? Then you have to give the numbers. Numbers should be given in such a way that carbon containing functional group should get least number. Clear? So we start with this. First, CH3, CH2, CH2, Br. So here we have to write two names of this compound, right? Common name first we'll write. The common name will be propyl bromide, right? But you have to remember these things. When all carbons are arranged in a straight chain, it is called normal. Normal, N. We used to write N. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon, pent. And single bond is alkane, normal pent. So when all carbons are arranged in a straight chain, we used to write normal, symbol is N, right? Out of 5, if one is as a branch carbon on second carbon or second last, if I start from here, it will be first, second. If I start from here, it will be first, second, third, fourth, but it is second last. So this is called iso. A branching of carbon at second carbon or second last carbon is called iso. So this compound becomes isopentane. 5 carbon pentane, isopentane. Third is out of 5 carbon, if central carbon is attached with 4 other carbon atoms from all 4 sides, 4 other carbon atoms from all 4 sides. Here you can say central carbon attached with aju baju upar niche carbon, right? Then it is called neo. So it is called neo. 5 carbon means pentane. So this concept you have to use it whenever we used to write common nomenclature. One more point is there in common nomenclature. Is this one? If halogen is attached to this carbon, and if that carbon is attached with 2 other carbon atoms, it is called secondary. See, iso and secondary is different. For 3 carbon, it is same. Whether you write isopropyl chloride or secondary propyl chloride, right? So this is secondary and this is tertiary. Carbon on which halogen is attached. Carbon on which halogen is attached. This carbon. Is it attached with 1, 2 and 3 carbon? So 3 carbon it is called tertiary. In short, it is written as third. This is called secondary. In short, it is called second, right? Here it will be hydrogen. So is this carbon attached with 2 other carbon atoms directly? If it is attached with 2 other carbon atoms directly, it is called secondary. If it is attached with 3 other carbon atoms directly, then it is called tertiary. So this much you have to remember whenever you are writing a nomenclature for organic compound and especially common nomenclature, right? IUPAC is very easy. Let us start with this one. See here, first we write common. Are these 3 carbon in a straight chain? So it is called normal. 3 carbon means propyl. I told you it should be written in form of alkyl halide. So 3 carbon, 1 hydrogen is lost. So propane minus hydrogen, propyl. Normal propyl bromide. So this is the IUPAC nomenclature, right? Then what will be the common? What will be the IUPAC nomenclature? In IUPAC nomenclature, you have to write the numbers, and number starts from 3 carbon. So here there are 3 carbons, so you have to write the number. The number will be 1, 2, 3. So now you can see here your bromine is at this carbon first. So it is called 1 bromo. Bromo is a prefix. 1 bromo propane. 3 carbon, prop single bond N. So this is a IUPAC nomenclature and this is common. Second example you can take like this. This time I have attached bromine at second carbon. You can see, right? So you know the IUPAC name, 2-bromopropane. It is same as above, but bromine is at second carbon. What is the common name? Common name will be, here you will think that sir, halogen is attached with this carbon and that carbon is attached with 2 other carbons. Same thing. Halogen is attached to carbon attached with 2 other carbon, right? So it will be secondary propyl bromide. But you can write this compound like this also. Or in the same thing, if you want to write the IUPAC, you can see here 1, 2, 3. Bromine is at second carbon. So IUPAC name will remain as it is. But here branch of carbon is there at second carbon. So it is called iso. So isopropyl bromide. So these are 2 common names. Right? So up to 3 carbon iso and secondary is same. From 4th carbon, it is different. Right? We'll take the examples. Let me take the third example. CH3, CH2, 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 Cl. Let us see now first this one. Chlorine. Your chlorine is attached with first carbon. And all carbons are in a straight chain. So common name is normal butyl chloride. 4 carbon is butyl chloride, normal butyl chloride, because all are arranged in a straight chain. What will be IUPAC name? 1-chlorobutane. 1-chlorobutane. Because see, you can see here, chlorine is attached with first carbon, right? Fourth example. This one. Let us see if chlorine. Chlorine is attached with which carbon? Longest chain is 3. This is a branch, right? Now you can see here. This time there is a branching of carbon at second carbon. And branching of carbon at second carbon is called iso. So this is called isobutyl. This is isobutyl chloride. You cannot say it is secondary. For secondary, your halogen attached with carbon, that carbon should be attached with 2 other carbon. It is only 1. So this is not secondary. Now what will be IUPAC name? Chlorine is at first carbon, but methyl is at second carbon. So this time these two are called substituent group. And substituent group should be written in alphabetical order. So chloro will be written first. 1-chloro. Then 2-methyl. And longest chain contains 3 carbon, pro. And all are single bonds, so it is propane. So this is your isobutyl chloride. One more example I will take it. See again 4 carbon. Here also 4 carbon, right? And I will take Cl only. Now this time you can check. Your chlorine is attached to the carbon, and that carbon is attached with 2 other carbon atoms directly. So this time it is not called iso, it is called secondary. So the common name is secondary butyl chloride. So now you can understand what is iso and secondary from 4th carbon, right? And what will be the IUPAC name? For that you have to write the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, longest chain of carbon, not chlorine. So chlorine is at second carbon. So IUPAC nomenclature will be 2-chloro and 4 carbon is in the longest chain, so butane. So this was about the common nomenclature as well as IUPAC nomenclature. We'll continue.
Done, sir.
Now, other examples we'll take it. Sometimes they are giving compound like this also. So whenever these type of compounds are given, this is called combined formula. You have studied in 11. So first of all, open this. This can be written as. This can be written as carbon Chlorine, you can see here clearly. And you know valency of carbon is 4. So 3 are left. Right? So that 3 valency will be satisfied by this 3 CH3 group. So I can put 1 here. I can put 2nd here, 3rd here. So this is your compound. Now for common nomenclature, you know carbon, halogen attached to carbon, halogen attached to carbon is attached with 3 other carbon, and if it is attached with 3 other carbon, it is called tertiary. So what will be the common name? Tertiary. In tertiary total 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon. So butyl chloride. This is the common name, right? What will be IUPAC name? In IUPAC, you have to find out the longest chain. Longest chain is 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. So I will write here 1, 2, 3. Just to write the name of the parent compound. Parent compound is propane. Parent compound is propane. Now what are the substituent groups? Substituent group are methyl and chlorine. But in alphabetical order, chlorine comes first. So the name will be 2-chloro, 2-methyl. 2-chloro, 2-methyl and propane. So this is the IUPAC. Okay? Next is CH3 thrice CCH2CH Br. They may give you this type of compound, right? Now, whenever this type of compounds are given in a combined formula, you open it CH2Br. This you can see clearly. Now you know valency of carbon is 4, so 1 is satisfied. 2, 3, and 4. So that 3 valency will be satisfied by 3 CH3. I can put it here 3 CH3. 1, 2, and 3. So this is your formula, right? Now, I told you central carbon attached with आजू बाजू ऊपर नीचे carbon, right? That is called neo. Is your central carbon attached with आजू बाजू ऊपर नीचे carbon? Central carbon attached with आजू बाजू ऊपर नीचे carbon. That is called neo. Neo contains total 5 carbon. So pentyl and bromine is there. So it is common name is bromide. So it is called neopentyl bromide. What will be IUPAC nomenclature? In IUPAC, you have to find out the longest chain. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can write it like this: 1, 2, 3. So bromine is at first carbon, and 2-methyl. Are there at second carbon. Now, in alphabetical order, bromine comes first. So 1 bromo prefix, 2 dimethyl. You have to write 2 times the number. 2, 2 dimethyl. See, many of you are writing 2 dimethyl. When you say 2 dimethyl, you are indicating number 1 and you are mentioning 2 groups. So to mention 2 groups, you have to write 2 numbers, and both are on the second. So 2 dimethyl, and longest chain is 3 carbon propane. Clear? Then other examples you can take. CH2Cl2. What is the common name? Methylene. This group is called methylene. Methylene chloride. Methylene. Okay. You will be confused. So I'll write here. Methylene chloride. This is the Common name, you can write IUPAC name. Dichloro. Is it 2-chloro? Dichloromethane. Some may ask, sir, it is 1,1-dichloro. Methane is only 1 carbon, so no need to write that. Clear?
Done, sir.
Come on, this one. This is trichloromethane, but that will be the IUPAC name. Common name, you know, chloroform. Chloroform. So if this is chloroform, this will be bromoform. Same way you can write iodoform also, if it is iodine, right? What will the IUPAC name here? Trichloromethane. Trichloromethane. Here the IUPAC name? Tribromomethane. Here, common name, carbon tetrachloride. Carbon 4 means tetra and Cl chloride. And IUPAC name, tetrachloro. 4 chloro means tetrachloro and 1 carbon is methane. So this is the IUPAC name. Another you can take CHI3, right? Because this compound you are going to study in detail. This is called iodoform. Iodoform. What will be the IUPAC name? Triiodomethane. Triiodomethane. Then you can take an aromatic compound. Here you can take Cl, here you can take CH3. Now, you know, if two groups are attached on the benzene ring on adjacent carbon, it is called orthochlorotoluene. Right? Toluene. But if you want to write IUPAC, it will be 1-chloro. 2-methyl. This we have studied in 11th. Common name is benzyl. This group is called benzyl. Benzyl chloride. Right? This is called benzyl chloride. But what will be the IUPAC name? See, for IUPAC, you can see here. Chlorine is attached to carbon, yeah, methane, and phenyl is also attached. So what will be the IUPAC name? Chloro, phenyl, Chlorophenyl methane. So this is the IUPAC name. This you have to remember. Chlorophenyl methane. Clear? Then nomenclature of dihaloalkane. In dihaloalkane, you can take two examples. One you can take this one, CH3, CH, Cl2, right? Another example you can take CH2, CH2, Cl, Cl. Earlier I told you this is called geminal dihalide, and this I told you it is called vicinal dihalide, right? So these two you have studied in 11th also. One is called geminal dihalide, another is called vicinal dihalide. But geminal is also called ethylidene. Ethylidene dihalide. Now you can write the IUPAC. What will be the IUPAC? First carbon, second carbon. Both the chlorine are on first carbon. So 1,1 dichloroethane. 1,1 dichloroethane. Ethylidene. Right? Sometimes when both the chlorines are attached on the same carbon, instead of writing dihalide, they are writing ethylidene. But here it is chlorine, so I will write chloride. So remember this thing, ethylidene, chloride. Here it is called ethylene dichloride, because this time both the chlorines are on adjacent carbon. What will be the IUPAC name? 1,2 dichloro, 1,2 dichloro, 2 carbon, each single bond in. So here your nomenclature is over.
Done, sir.
Okay. Now what's the time written, sir?
5:46.
Ask them, unmute them and ask them if they have any doubt.
Okay, sir.
We can take
Yeah.
about
No doubt, sir. No doubt, sir.
written, sir.
Hello.
Hello. Is there any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
Okay. Then you can end up the meeting.
Okay.